Take it from an entrepreneur who's been successful in business for 7 years and has developed a new business and has supported many other businesses. I know a thing or two about starting a business successfully. Hey friends, it's your good friend Tim Campbell-Smith, and today we are talking about my top tips, lived wisdom experience, mostly things you can't Google search, when it comes to starting a small business successfully. If you're thinking of becoming self-employed, or maybe you want a little boost in your small business, this video is for you. I'm passing on the practical wisdom and tips from starting a business, starting a new business, and supporting others starting a business. Before we go too far, make sure you like and subscribe for all things business, mental health, higher ed, photography, and life. My first two tips are equally important, and I didn't know which to go first, so I just tossed a coin. My first tip for you for starting a business, I want you to psychologically, emotionally, mentally embrace the fact that you will be doing very little of what you love and why you went into business. I originally went into business to work with clients and to tell them how to do digital marketing and how to improve their digital marketing, how to solve their problems. Even when I am fully booked out in my schedule, the actual doing of digital marketing and practicing as a digital marketing consultant takes 50% of my time. The other 50% of my time is bookkeeping, emails, follow-ups. Even with an assistant, I have an assistant, and even then, digital marketing is, and doing what I actually went into business to do, is only about 50% of my time. I want you to figure out, how are you going to power through the things you don't like to do? One strategy that I use is I time block it, and I time block it into really tiny specific amounts of time. So I might say like, oh, I don't want to do my follow-up emails, but I know it's only 15 minutes. It's a quarter of an hour. I can do this. This is also a great time to actually do longevity planning. So how will you move from entrepreneur to CEO, where you do more of only what you love? Set yourself goals of a date or a revenue goal of when you won't be so much an entrepreneur or a founder, and you'll be more like a CEO. Next, I'm going to call this my other first big tip. Validate your idea. Validate your idea with others and listen to the people who say no. I think this is one of the most common reasons why new small businesses actually fail. And I'm talking like small business, not that aren't like venture funded and have like funding and whatever behind it. I'm talking like local mom and pop shops and like products and services. I want you to validate the idea first. Actually make sure that it is based on a problem, want, need, or nuisance, and that people will actually pay you for it. Ask people, would you buy my thing? Ask them verbally, send out surveys, do focus groups, ask them, would you buy my thing? And if they say no, ask them why, because that's important feedback, and especially early on as well. Because, and this is a really hard truth, but I'm gonna share it, your ideals, your ideas, your goals, your aspirations do not really make a good business. They really make a good business. I knew of someone who loved yoga, and she learned about it. She had been sold this idea that she could, be a yoga teacher and make all the money. She also lived in a city near me where there's a large population of people who experience homelessness. So she said, oh, I know how I'll combine this to make me feel good. I'm gonna teach yoga to homeless people. I hope you can also see the problem with that. That's a broken idea for many different reasons that you can't really validate and wouldn't get validated. So always validate your idea first. And when you're validating your idea, and this is me as a marketer now, I'm gonna teach you this trick. I want you to actually figure out what the person's actual problem is. What is their actual deep problem, want, need, goal, or nuisance? There's a saying in marketing, and marketers love to just parrot this without understanding it, and it's kind of true, but marketers will say like, play to people's emotions, sell to their emotions. Yes, but you also have to play to their cognition and what they think and what they are aware of. And I don't want you to focus on just the problem, want, or need that leads to the sale. Lead to their problem as a human. Nobody is looking for a personal trainer for personal training's sake. Heck, they're not even looking for a personal trainer for exercise. People are usually looking for a change in self-esteem. Usually looking for the ability to get involved in activities or sports, or to be active with their loved ones, to be connected to their loved ones. is. And that connection happens through fitness, which they don't know how to do, and that's why they may hire a personal trainer. Another example, I'm gonna make this personal. This is my experience. I am not just looking for a dog toy. I have 2 big black Bouviers that are 1 year old at the time of recording. They have enough energy to power the city of Toronto for a week, and they bite and chew everything. I don't just need a dog toy. I need something that will distract them. I need something that will distract and entertain them for a long period of time, that will be durable. And that's usually a toy, and that's usually a good toy. Likewise, nobody's just looking for a financial advisor. People are usually annoyed because they can't afford the thing they want. Or they're scared because they just had a baby and that baby might want to go to medical school one day, and how are they going to afford that? Or they're scared that they're going to have to tell that baby, or that when they grow up, like, no, you can't go to medical school because we didn't save for it. They're scared for relationships. They're scared and they're worried and they're nervous, or they want for more. And how do they get more? By getting smarter with their money. Who can help them? How can they get smarter with their money? A financial advisor. So figure out what the base human want, need, or problem is. Both, subconsciously and emotionally, but also cognitively. What are we thinking? Address that. Validate that. My next tip, I want you to have a plan for when your business will be profitable. Many businesses are not profitable at the beginning and are not profitable for long periods of time. If you set yourself a goal, it will help you kind of get there a little bit faster. Make yourself a goal for when the business will be profitable. And by profitable, I mean you pay yourself. You get a paycheck. You get money from the business. Next, and this is my least popular tip, but I'm actually going to substantiate it with stuff that I hope intrigues you. Have a business plan. Let me say this, I love a good plan. I love planning. That's what makes me a good digital marketing consultant. But a business plan is boring as all get out. But a business plan will also help you and actually force you to iron out the kinks in your plans, in your ideals, in your goals, in your hopes. And I have found, myself included, every single person who's ever done a business plan got more ideas on how to grow. And if you ever want funding for your business from a bank or for grants or whatever, you've got to have a business plan. In tackling your business foundations, a business plan is one. Another, and this, I'm saying this as a digital marketer and with digital marketing wisdom, start with a really good website and start working on your search engine optimization, or your SEO. SEO is the gift that keeps on giving, but statistically speaking, and this is based on research from Ahrefs and Moz, on average, it takes, for a business that knows how to optimize a page and a website, it takes 6 months for one page to rank and 12 months for a whole website to rank. So you have to start that early to make it work for you in the long run. Other strong business foundation I want you to start is your processes. What actually takes up your time? What do you spend your time on? This is things like, and I want to actually encourage you to track your sales. What are your sales sources? Where do they come from? How is bookkeeping done? Ideally, those two should go hand in hand. Work on your processes. And, people talk about processes on a high level. It's really, what do you spend time doing to make sure the business works? My next tip for success, this one is so unspoken of, but everyone I know, myself included, this is what we all attribute our success to. Build a community. Get to know people. Bring in people. One, as someone who also cares about mental health, entrepreneurship is incredibly lonely. Incredibly lonely. Having a community means having friends, having people to talk to, social inclusions. It's so important for your psychosocial well-being. Have friends, have a community. Get yourself a mentor. Mentors are game changers. I will scream that from the rooftops. Get a mentor. Network. Get involved. Volunteer. Give back. Sponsor things. Get involved with chambers of commerce, networking groups. I've done a video, and if I remember, I'll try and link it on BNI. It's a little bit of a cult, but it can be a really great way to grow your business. But networking groups, community organizations, get involved, build a community. Everybody I know who's been successful, myself included, all of us attribute most of our success to a community of people. My next tip, and this is so important, prioritize progress, prioritize movement over perfection, over results. Something I so commonly hear from my clients, and I hear from so many startups, is they say, when I achieve X, I will do Y, or I won't do A until I have done B. No, move fast, break things. Put the cart before the horse. Do the thing. Don't wait. Prioritize movement over perfection. My final tip for good success, for more money, for more long-term revenue and sales, be open to different revenue streams, to different ways of making money. A lot of people will do what their competitors do. Look beyond the competitors. Look at more competitors. Look at other businesses and how they make money. Do whatever works for consumers and for you. I have done this so many times in my digital marketing career where I was like, I'm gonna try a different service to open up a different revenue stream. So like mastermind groups were a cool way for recurring revenue. Oh, monthly packages. I did social media management for years, and that was a great way for recurrent revenue. But I also love consulting because that I get a lot of it, and it's like a lot of one-offs. So it's like, oh, you know what? If I could use an extra $150, like I'll open up a spot and say, hey, I have availability like next Thursday for an hour if anybody wants like some time to work on their digital marketing. So be open to different revenue streams and different ways of making money. And those are my big tips to starting out a business successfully. Be open. I think I would boil all of this down to saying, be open-minded to the opportunities and set a strong foundation. If you start off strong, you will continue strong. Comment and let me know any of your questions about starting a business. Otherwise, make sure you also like and subscribe for all things business, mental health, photography, higher ed, and life. Otherwise, we'll chat soon. Bye for now.